Hi everyone, it's Nathara, and today I'm going to be going over this scene pack, end of the world pack. I know it ends in one day. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry this one took so long. But in it you do get the Chat Bubble Winter Fuzz, the Still Pose Rose in Ruins, the Scene Wasteland Border, and then the Dynamic Pose Beats of Time. So here's a look at the scene in its whole. It is a very big city landscape theme. There's the bridge, the buildings, so the buildings are kind of just like cubes with the pictures pasted on. There's no like dimension to them or anything, so you will have to contend with that, though the one behind it does have a balcony and some like little awnings and stuff, so that is a nice touch, especially since it's more in the scene. And of course back here you've got all the rubble and this like apartment slash parking garage looking building. I'm not sure the super design theory behind that one, but I do like the big like cyber circle in the back. I kind of thought it was a Ferris wheel from the promo pic, but it's kind of like you know that movie where they have the futuristic people, like the rich people live up in the sky in those floating ovals or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but if you do, let me know. Alright, and here's your posable area. It is very large, but there's not too much, like you cannot see through like the buildings and everything, and you can be underneath the bridge, but underneath the bridge there's not too much decorations. And as you can see, like the whole ground of the city beyond like the pieces of road, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be water or what, but it's just kind of like a gray palette. And here's the lighting on the darkest and lightest tone. There's a bit of light that kind of washes the palest tone out, so you might want to bump up the contrast and plop a filter on her to get her definition back. And I believe the darkest tone is fine, so I think the only thing you need to worry about is if you have an ultra pale doll. And on the tone that I normally use, she is a bit lighter than normal. Like I said, there is that very big sunlight glow because we're supposed to be outside and it's supposed to be sunny, so you do have to contend with that. But this is the lighting from the front, the lighting from the left, the lighting from the back, and the lighting from the right. And here's the still pose Rose in Ruins. She has a very blank expression and she's just holding the flowers, but let's go ahead and see if it works with the other bouquets. Nope. Yes, it does work with that one. And it does work with the crystal one, sort of. It doesn't look very good in her hand. Kind of looks like it hurts a little bit. And we already saw the dynamic pose through the preview, so I'm going to show it here without the dynamic camera highlighting the movements. And for the expressions, the Rose and Ruin expression is very just distant. Looks like she's thinking about something quite serious. And the Beats of Time expression, looks like to be a lot of smiles and looking down. I don't know if I'd be able to use this one too much, but it is there. And now I'm going to click through some of the filters so you can kind of see what it looks like. So you can kind of make it look like it's evening a bit. We put Receding Twilight on, we're going to retouch, push up the vignette, blur that out. so it doesn't have to look like it's daytime. You can get some like nighttime shots if you wanted to do something underneath the bridge. Of course, you can always make those colors pop too with the contrast. In my quest to find a glowy spot, I did see that our doll compared to these turned over cars is quite ridiculous. But I mean, I get it. This scene is supposed to look realistic within this kind of set. So now I am under the bridge, and that is very clearly a flat photo of a real city from somewhere. I'm not too sure where. I think it's multiple flat photos, which is perfectly fine because they are just background images. I just wish they were not, you look at this harsh cutoff right here. That's so funny. Most of the time you're not going to be up at this angle, unless you're trying to be like a superhero and you're flying through the air and you've got like laser beams coming out your eyeball, I don't know. Can we look in this building right here? No, not really. I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be. The future of AI biotech is now ethereal. Recharge? That's interesting. So I've played around for a bit and I can't find any hotspots where your doll would like glow. So if you find any, I would love to know. Overall, the scene is interesting. We don't have too many like this. If you don't want to spend the money though, I do believe you could sort of make this in home on one of the bigger lots. It is just some concrete and we do have the blocks now. You might be able to get away with making something at least similar to this. And here's the chat bubble in like a mini form, mid-length, and a fully extended form. It is cute. I do like it better in the mid-length form though, because I feel like it's a little too scrunched when it's super tiny, but it is unfittingly a winter house. There's a snowman and there's snow on top, and I think that's a little, I can't tell if it's a dog or if it's a cat rolling a snowball towards the snowman, I assume. I mean, it's cute. It's very winter themed though, so if you're not one for winter, this isn't for you. But I mean, I don't think many people get these scene packs for the chat bubbles. They're kind of just like an added bonus. Anywho, I hope this was helpful in deciding on whether or not you would like to purchase this pack. I know I'm super late with doing it, and I don't think anyone's going to see this in time for them to decide, and if they were going to get it, they probably would have already gotten anyway. But for future reference and for reruns, I do hope this will help you decide if you would like to purchase it or not, or maybe something better will come out one day. We'll have to see. But I will talk to you later. Bye bye.